Hello and welcome to today's video, a review of FightCamp. And in case you're not aware of what FightCamp is, it's a cardio-connected fitness solution, meaning you download their app and they have all sorts of content available related to boxing and kickboxing. It has trackers in the boxing mitts, and while you work out, they track your punches and display that on screen to help motivate you. But before we talk about the actual exercises, let's talk about what you get when you order this. And first, there are a few different options when you go to order FightCamp, so I'll let you go to their website and review those. But I did order the top package so I could show you everything. And that means I received this kick punch bag, 3 sets of gloves including a set for the kids, trackers, more on that later, wraps you put on before you put your gloves on that hold your trackers, and then the various accessories to make all this work. And if you're thinking kids gloves, they love it. And side note, I'm going to create a separate video on how to create your own FightCamp on the cheap, so if you'd like to go that route or know more about it, hit subscribe so you know when that comes out. As far as assembly, it was ridiculously easy. Fill the base with something to weigh it down. I used water. I think I might add some sand to it to give it a little bit more weight. After you do that, slide the base on top, tighten the 4 straps at the bottom, you're ready to hit this thing. Oh, and by the way, this thing is easy to move around. Now I might have an advantage because I'm tall, but you tip it over, roll it around, put it back up, good to go. Very easy. To get started with exercises, you need to download the FightCamp app and sign up. As of this recording, it's only supported on iOS devices, meaning Apple. If you'd like to push FightCamp to set this up for Android, I do have a link in the description where you can let them know your feelings. So you can use your phone or your iPad to do these exercises, but I believe it'd be a little bit difficult to always be trying to look down at one of those smaller screens while you're circling around this bag doing the kind of workout you are. So that's why I recommend a Lightning to HDMI adapter. The model I got worked pretty well, put it right up on the screen. I could see everything I wanted to see, including my stats. My only complaint was every once in a while it disconnected. Not a huge deal, but when that happens, FightCamp pauses automatically because it recognizes the disconnect. And normally this wouldn't be a problem, but so I'll put a link in the description to the adapter I used, and if I find one that's better, I'll update that link. With that being said, if you know of an adapter that works really well, toss me a link so I can put that down there. Once I have it up on the TV, I scroll through to find an exercise I want to do. And 2 basic categories break these up. And that includes how many rounds you want to do. So do you want to do 4, 8, or 12 rounds? In addition to that, what type of workout do you want to do? And they're generally broke up into boxing, kickboxing, or core style workouts. One of the best things about FightCamp is the ease of use. Setting it up is easy. Using the app is easy. Learning technique when you're using this is easy. I am by no means a fighter, but the instructors do an outstanding job describing the techniques or moves you're going to use before a round starts. You do not need any fighting experience before you start using this. And honestly, I'm learning a few things along the way that I didn't think I would. As someone that has 0 fight experience, I'm learning some techniques. I'm learning certain combos, learning how to set up a punch or kick before I do it, and kind of just learning a few things while getting faster and stronger. It's a pretty neat combo. And since we're talking about punching, can you punch that like button? Sorry, I had to. I couldn't help myself. But please, toss the video a like. Huge assist, I really appreciate it. Thank you. So how does this thing hold up? And while I'm no fighter, I am a pretty big guy, so I'm able to put a lot of power behind my punches and kicks. And I can say that it's in excellent shape. The gloves still look brand new, the wraps are brand new, the bag outside of some scuff marks from me kicking it is still in perfect condition. So it seems like something that will last. So let's dig into the connected part of FightCamp. First, you have the trackers, and they connect to your iPhone or your iPad. When you're ready to use them, you give them a double tap to wake them up. FightCamp will see them and then start capturing how many punches you throw during the rounds. On your screen, they'll display how many punches you've thrown along with a goal, so that way you can motivate yourself to try to reach the round goal. And while I like how they use the trackers to capture how many punches you've thrown, I really do, I wish they did a little bit more. I wish maybe they could capture how much power you're putting in the punches so you know if you're wimping your way through the workout or if you're actually really pushing yourself hard, and maybe they could use that to put up some analytics on the screen to maybe want you to push yourself a little harder and not just weak your way through it. In addition to that, I wish they captured heart rate information and displayed that on screen, maybe with a heart rate zone, so that way you could try to target reaching certain heart rate zones, knowing you're in certain calorie burn areas, and just having different analytics on the screen, so that way you'd really feel like there's more of a connected experience and want to push yourself harder instead of just watching a punch counter go up. Love that feature, and I hope that more comes, and maybe these are things that just do happen down the road, and this is just where they're at the beginning, but I could see more features making this a lot more enjoyable. But how good is the FightCamp solution? And let's start off with talking about the content. I think it's very good. It's simple, not too flashy, but gets the job done and helps you burn a lot of calories. They'll leave it up to you and let you work out as hard as you want to, but they give you every opportunity to work out hard, burn a lot of calories, get your sweat on, and feel like you got an outstanding workout while engaging a lot of different areas of your body. Next, let's move on to the trackers or your punch counters. And for this, I say it's pretty good. For the most part, they've worked great for me. As I punch, I see the number increase on the screen. One time they got a little wonky and they weren't working real well. I went and charged them, brought them back, and they worked great after that. So I'm assuming it was just related to that because every other workout, they've been pretty spot on. Not perfectly accurate, but pretty good. And with that being said, they do really contribute to that motivational factor if that's something that really ties into your personality and gets you working out harder. Next, let's talk about the quality of exercise, which is great. I love the mixture of boxing, kicking, squats, and plank movements. It really results in great cardio that strengthens the entire body. You are bouncing around, punching, changing stances, kicking, and other movements that take it to another level. You're not just punching a bag. It is a great workout for someone that wants something that keeps them moving and changes things up on them. As an example, spinning is great cardio, but it's that same position and that same movement using the same muscles quite a bit. But with this, you're doing all sorts of different movements, whether it's planks and punching or standing up, punching, kicking, changing stances, and all these things engage so many different muscles. So while I love spinning, this is a great option to make you really mix it up and engage a lot of extra muscles. I also want to take a quick second to talk about bag movement. I was worried as a person of my size that there were two issues that might happen. One is that when I punched or kicked this thing, it wouldn't be ready for the next punch or kick. It'd still be wobbling all over the place. And two, that the bag actually might move around the room too much and I'd be chasing it. Well, I can say that this is not a problem in the slightest. After I punch or kick it, it's always ready for the next hit. Not a problem in the slightest. And as far as bag movement goes, it does move a little bit, but it's only enough that I can stay on one side for quite a while, punch it, and then I'll move it a little bit, and then I just circle around and start hitting it from the other side to get it to go where I want. And I actually find this a good thing because you have to use different muscles as you circle around the bag, kind of getting those hips engaged a little bit. And on top of that, you're getting more cardio because you have to kind of bounce around and stay on your toes, which is good, and it's a boxer thing anyways. So I actually have found that I enjoy that quite a bit, and the bag movement is not a big deal at all. And I'm, at this current time, about 215 pounds, so I'm able to hit it pretty hard. To conclude, I really like this thing, in large part because it's different and exciting, but also because it's just not your typical cardio option, and it keeps you changing things up. I also like the balance it brings to your exercise and the extra muscles you engage in more of a natural movement style. I do feel like there's room for improvement with the app, the connected fitness portion, and even bringing different content types to the platform. But those are all things that can be developed and things that might happen down the road. And before we wrap this up, this is my first FightCamp video. And if there are other things you'd like to know, let me know in the comments down below and I'll try to answer them for you if I can, but I'll also create additional content if that'll be helpful for you with the decisions you're trying to make. But as always, please like this video to help me out. Subscribe if you want to know when new content comes out. And until next time, here's to a healthier you, and have a good one.